Hello, everybody. Happy May. My name is Alyssa. I'm 34 years old and I am documenting my financial journey here on YouTube. And right now I'm focused on investing as much as I possibly can this year, and I'm using YNAB to help me do that. And this week I am back to budget my weekly paycheck. I was paid my normal $15.50 weekly gross paycheck, as well as I cashed out on the Upside app. And if you're not using Upside for your gas purchases, restaurants, and grocery stores, you should check it out. I have a link in the description below. I believe you get extra cash back the first time you use it. So yeah, check that out. Free money. I cashed out $12.97. And then a big thank you to whoever used my Upgrade bank referral link. They get a $200 bonus after doing the direct deposit requirements, and I got a $50 referral bonus. So thank you so much. So all in all, I have $1,612.97 to budget out. So I'm going to go ahead and throw $300 of that back into my next month's expenses. And I'm going to put my normal $350 towards my quarterly taxes. And I say normal because this will be changing. I keep mentioning that I am going to see a tax guy this week. I'm really excited. Hopefully we will be able to open my solo 401k soon. But if I do that, and if I'm able to max it out this year, which I'm definitely going to be able to max it out if I open it, and that will lower my tax burden a lot. And then I won't have to save as much towards my quarterly taxes. And I'm anticipating being able to lower this to like $275 a week that I have to save. And that would still provide me a buffer. Like, I don't literally owe $350 a week out of my paycheck. That provides me a buffer in this category because the quarters are different lengths and I like to make equal payments throughout the year. It's just easier for me. And then also, like, I'm going to have to pay this tax guy, so that is going to come out of this fund, as well as any like surprise taxes. Like if I calculated my taxes wrong at the end of the year and I end up owing a lot more, I like to have a little bit of a buffer. So yeah, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'm pretty sure that I will be able to lower that by June, hopefully. And we're going to skip my fun money assigning this week. I give myself $75 a week, but I already assigned that out to myself at the beginning of this month when I was budgeting out from my next month fund last week, even though I didn't have a paycheck. So I gave myself my fun money early because I knew I was going to spend it, which you can see that I did a little bit. But I kind of wanted to talk about this $75 a week. So this $75 was kind of an arbitrary number that I gave myself when I kind of blew up my budget at the beginning of the year and realized, like, I just want to invest as much as possible this year and I don't want a bunch of extra money floating around in my budget. So I came up with the $75 a week to just give myself like an easy number to assign myself, give myself that permission to spend it however I want. And then after the rest of my expenses are taken care of for the month, then I can throw everything into my investing goals for the year. It averages out to $325 a month because sometimes some months I get 4 weekly paychecks and then some I get 5. So it averages out to about $325 a month. And I have been spending ever so slightly over that, and that doesn't include my travel. So because I kind of count this category separately from my fun money, I track it in my fun money category because yearly reports I would like to track it as like a fun money category. But the rest of these are what I actually like to track on a monthly basis as far as what that $325 on average counts towards, if that makes sense. So I'm finding that I'm ever so slightly overspending, and I'm totally okay with that. In fact, I want my fun money expenses to go up. And specifically when I move out later this year, whenever that's going to happen, I currently live with my parents. So when I move out, I'm going to want to spend more socializing. And I would love to pick up guitar lessons. I would love to join a rock climbing gym. I would love to prioritize spending more time with my friends and going out to eat, doing fun things, and just like getting out there more, because I'm not going to be living with my parents and getting that like free social interaction with them all the time. So I'm very happy to increase my fun money spending. And so to do that, I'm going to have to increase this allowance a little bit. And yeah, I'm happy to do that, especially if I'm going to be lowering my tax burden a lot. I can put a little bit more of that towards my fun money. And I'm not concerned at all about like inflating my lifestyle, because this $75 a week, it was more of, like I said, it was kind of an arbitrary amount that I gave to myself that sounded like I could stick to it. And for the most part, I can. Like I'm only overspending by a few dollars on average. But I'm already like, I am knocking my investment goal out of the park. In fact, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but if I do end up opening this solo 401k this month, I will probably be increasing this investing goal to $40,000. So I think here, basically all of this to say, I want to increase my fun money to $100 a week. So I want to increase it by $25 a week. I don't know that there's more to say to that. Like, obviously I don't need to justify it to you guys. I don't feel bad. I know that you guys will think that's like reasonable. I don't know why I'm like over explaining it, but yeah, I want to increase it to $100 a week and feel more permission to spend. Another thing is like, this $75 a week was never a hard limit for me. Like I always gave myself permission to cash flow things should they come up. Like if a big concert ticket I wanted to buy came up, I always in my head gave myself permission to just cash flow that from my, ready to assign as it came up, as long as all of my other expenses are taken care of. That's fine. Maybe I just invest a little bit less that week. What I'm finding is I am more than happy to cash flow yearly expenses that are like more required of me, that I don't have a choice. For example, my car registration or credit card annual fees, things like that like I can't just make a choice whether or not I want to pay for them. I have to pay for them. And I would rather just invest money throughout the year rather than save that money throughout the year just to pay, $100 towards my car registration. I would just rather that money be in the market and then cash flow that purchase. But as far as fun money, I know myself and I know that I would probably have a tendency to turn down bigger ticket items just because I would be like, ooh, it's going to lower my investing goal this week. So I think that increasing my fun money will help me create a little bit more of a buffer in here and not have my money dwindling down so much, and help me just feel a little bit more like abundant in this area. And hopefully that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to say no to things that I can absolutely afford and that would enrich my life just because I'm trying to hit this investing goal. That's just a personal, struggle that I am facing as I am learning about finances and getting better. I think a lot of people tend to go through this where they kind of overly restrict themselves and they're trying to hit their goals. And I'm really trying to minimize that. So if you're still here, thank you so much. But yeah, so all of that to say, I would like to increase this to $100 a week, and that could even be going up in the future, but I think that will help me strike that balance between giving myself permission to spend on myself now while I save for myself in the future. So, I think I already mentioned I'm actually skipping my fun money this week because I already assigned it last week. Possibly next week is when I will be giving myself that $100. Yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know how my tax appointment goes and if I'm able to open that solo 401k. So yeah, let's move on from my fun money. My essential monthly categories are all looking good. I haven't done any grocery shopping yet this month. I still had some left over from before I went traveling, so I'll probably do some grocery shopping today actually. But everything else looks good. I don't need gas this week, so I'm going to leave that for next week. And then, okay, so all that's left is my car fund goal. And I will need an oil change sometime this month. It could possibly wait until next month, but we'll just go ahead and do that $62.97. And this fund, this is for my $1,000 car insurance deductible, as well as I'm saving for a new car in the future. And this money can also be used towards repairs and maintenance. So like when I get that oil change, I also have this maintenance category up here to track how much maintenance is costing me under my car expenses. This is just a savings category, but I will actually be spending money out of this maintenance spending category, if that makes sense. So if I get an oil change, and you know how oil changes go, like a lot of times they find, oh, this filter needs to be replaced, or, oh, your brake pads, and I'm more than happy to pay for those things as they come up. I want to take really good care of my car, but yeah, I kind of have a feeling that I'm not just going to be paying for an oil change. So I have this extra money to do that. And that is perfectly fine by me. I want to take good care of my car. So the rest of this $900, I'm going to throw that towards my hopefully future solo 401k. And like I said in previous videos, I'm holding off on actually investing this because trying to open a solo 401k, I need to withdraw funds that I already contributed towards a SEP IRA this year. So I'm just holding on to this money that I'm going to invest once I open that solo 401k. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, listening to me ramble. Hope you got something out of it. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I just hit 500. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking and commenting. I love reading all your comments. And yeah, have a great rest of your week, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, bye guys.